All right, let's dive right in. When the Miami Dolphins let superstar Tyreek Hill go, it literally broke the NFL internet. And now the debate is raging over where the most electric player in the game is going to land next. And believe me, all signs might be pointing to one of the most shocking reunions we've seen in a long time. And get this, the second the news hit, his old Chiefs teammate, Chris Jones, wasted zero time. He just dropped this tweet. 3 little words, "It's time." And just like that, he set the whole league on fire with the idea that, oh my gosh, Tyreek could actually be going back to Kansas City. So how did we even get to this point? Well, Hill's season got completely derailed in Week 4 by a really horrific knee injury. After missing the rest of the year, the Dolphins made the jaw-dropping move to just release him. So now, for the first time ever, the Cheetah is loose. He's a free agent, and he is officially on the market.
And that brings us to the big one. Now, you know a bunch of teams are going to be blowing up his phone, right? But there is a really powerful argument to be made that his best, and maybe his only logical move, is to go right back where it all started, with Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs.
Okay, first things first, you gotta follow the money. And this is huge. The Chiefs just reworked Patrick Mahomes' contract, a move that, bam, instantly freed up over $43 million in cap space. Come on, you don't make a move that big by accident. That is the kind of move you make when you're getting ready to go whale hunting for a superstar. And, you know, the money is just the start of it. I mean, look at this. All the pieces just fit. He already knows the system with Mahomes and Andy Reid. You've got his old coach Eric Bieniemy back in the building. They are desperate for a guy with his speed at wide receiver. They even tried to pay him right before he left. But maybe the biggest thing? He's 32, coming off a bad injury. He needs the structure and the culture that Kansas City has now more than ever. And let's be real clear about something. They never wanted him to leave. It's not like they just let him walk out the door. When he got traded, the Chiefs had a very competitive offer on the table. We're talking only $5 or $6 million less than what Miami gave him. They fought to keep him then, and that tells you everything you need to know about how badly they probably want him back now. And then you have this angle, which Stephen A. Smith has been shouting from the rooftops. It's this idea that after saying his new quarterback was just as good as Patrick Mahomes, and then not winning a single playoff game since he left, Tyreek Hill owes them. He owes that organization, the one that made him a champion, a comeback. Okay, but just when a KC reunion starts to feel like a slam dunk, you gotta pump the brakes. We're talking about Tyreek Hill here. The Chiefs are not going to be the only team trying to sign a guy like this. So let's take a quick look at the competition. So yeah, you can see there are other players in the game. You've got contenders like the Bills, who would kill for a number 1 receiver for Josh Allen, or the Ravens, who could always use more firepower. But they all have major roadblocks, right? Cap space, not wanting to help an AFC rival. And I mean, seriously, can you imagine the Chiefs letting him go to a division rival like Denver or the Chargers? No way. All these hurdles just make that path back to KC look a whole lot clearer.
But you know what? Maybe the most fascinating piece of this whole puzzle isn't about the players or even the money. The biggest X factor, the real game changer here, might just be a coach who just came back to Kansas City himself, Eric Bieniemy. His return changes everything.
See, Bieniemy wasn't brought back just to draw up X's and O's. He's there to bring back a fire, a level of discipline and accountability that, let's be honest, was missing last season. He's a specialist at squeezing every last drop of talent out of his players. And for a guy like Tyreek at this point in his career, that's exactly the kind of coach he needs.
But Bieniemy coming back brings up the single biggest question for the Chiefs, one that's been hanging over this team for years and has probably held Bieniemy's career back. Is head coach Andy Reid finally going to hand over the play calling sheet? So here's the deal. Andy Reid is a legend, a Hall of Famer. It's his offense, we all know that. But that very fact, the perception that he's the one pulling all the strings, has really hurt Eric Bieniemy's chances of getting a head coaching gig. So for this offense to get to the next level, and for Bieniemy to get the shot he deserves, Reid might actually have to pass the torch. And that's what so many people are yelling. It's this passionate plea. You brought him back. You obviously trust him, so empower him. Let the man take the reins. Of course, Reid's still the boss. He can always step in. But if you really want to unlock this thing, let the man call some damn plays. Okay, so let's put it all together. Just imagine it for a second. Because if Tyreek Hill really does come back, and if Eric Bieniemy is truly calling the shots, we could be looking at a completely new, totally terrifying version of the Kansas City Chiefs offense. See, it's not just about adding one guy, it's the ripple effect he has on everyone else. His speed changes the entire math for the defense. You simply can't double-team Travis Kelce anymore. It opens up everything for guys like Rashee Rice and Xavier Worthy on the outside. It's a total pick-your-poison nightmare for whoever has to play them. So here it is. This is the blueprint for an unstoppable offense. Step 1. You bring back that nuclear, game-breaking speed with Tyreek Hill. Step 2. You add a legit, dominant running back, something they haven't had in years. And Step 3. You unleash a fresh, hungry offensive mind in Eric Bieniemy to run the whole show.
And really, that leads us to the one final terrifying question. If the Chiefs actually pull this off, if they bring the Cheetah home, add a beast in the backfield, and let Bieniemy cook, you just have to ask yourself, who in the entire NFL is actually going to be able to stop them?